Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. You have to have a thick skin. You have to have a thick skin. That's very important because, the main thing on this channel is man gets women. And, of course, also just general self development. But let's be real. Most men want to know how to get a woman, you know. But one of the things you got to have is thick skin. What is thick skin? You're going to get rejected. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You could be the biggest alpha showpiece on the planet. On the planet, you could get one of those guys who can go on IG, put up a couple ordinary pictures, and get 1 million subs or something. Somebody ain't gonna like it. In fact, let me use an example, right, of that. Jeremy Meeks, everybody knows about how his picture went viral and everything, but I was on I forgot what website it was, but I saw something where women were talking about, I think it was on an IG thing, and some women were talking about Jeremy Meeks, and there were quite a few who was like, nah, he ain't all that. He ain't attractive. Ugh. So the reality is this: I don't care who you are, you're going to face rejection. And a big part of the game, I'm going to say the game of man gets women, even if you don't want to use that term, it's still the same thing. And a big part of it is you got to be able to deal with rejection. You got to have thick skin. Because what happens with a lot of guys, they get rejected and they actually, they let that thing hurt them for life. In fact, we got guys now, talking about some rejection they got in high school and they're in their 40s. And it's still hurting them. And if you were to be a third party to happen to see that thing, it'd be just an average thing. The woman's just like, no. But some guys get so caught up into it. And then, of course, they don't learn from that rejection and say, okay, maybe I need to change up what I'm doing. They'll go and do the same thing with another woman. Rejection. And boom. And even, and it's like they get into it, all of a sudden it hurts them. It hurts them emotionally. Now, understand something about women. Y'all know I don't go in on women on this channel, but I will say something that needs to be said in general. A lot of women know, many women know the way they can get to a man and really hurt him is emotionally. Most women ain't physically stronger than the average man. Most women. All right. So they'll get him emotionally. That's why a lot of times when a woman wants to get at a guy and really mess with his head, she'll talk about his dick or something, or she'll call him ugly to his face or something, or they'll talk about his height or something like that. That's all to mess with a man's emotions. And see, once that happens, once a man allows that to happen, allows that to get to him, that's pretty much it for him. Because one, he gets to the point where he's vulnerable. And then, women can pick up on that. They can sniff out that fear. Women go in a vibe and they'll sniff it out. And like if you don't have that confidence or you showing some insecurity, they'll sniff that out if they ain't feeling you. And some women, they look for a man to do that with. Especially some of these lady players. They look for a man, or if they got some issue, they say, oh, I'm going to call them this or that. Right? Talk about something to mess with them emotionally. But then it also makes many men scared to approach a woman. And then they'll start doing a whole bunch of stuff in their heads like, well, I'm too smart, or they this or that. And that causes a whole bunch of other problems because once a man get to a point that he's scared to even approach a woman, he might think other areas of his life is good, but then you'll get scared to approach. You might get scared to go ask for that raise that you deserve on a job or to start a business. And then it could lead to fear with other men. You get scared to go through certain neighborhoods or something. And you just like, trust me, it has a lot of consequences, But here's what you have to do. A man got to develop a thick skin. Especially guys who want to get in a game or, they listen to different dating coaches or seduction gurus. Because the fact of the matter is you're going to get rejected. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Somebody gonna reject you. Like one, I would say this about that. Don't take it personally. Me, when I've gotten rejected, I say I might feel something for a minute. Cause you make an approach or something and you want to holler, but I'll say a minute, maybe a couple minutes if she really fine. But then I was like, you know what? We done saved a lot of time because if a woman reject you, that's basically saying she ain't feeling you. If she ain't feeling you, it's useless to like try to convince her to like you. And she's basically saving you some time. She's saving you some time. She's saving you some time. You could go focus on the women who ain't gonna reject you. So that's actually a good thing. But having a thick skin gives you some strength. It gives you some power. Like a lot of guys want to know how to deal with women, right? And some of these bad women out here, because let's be clear on it. Like I said, I don't go in on women. But you got some knuckleheads out here. You got some evil women out here. You got some evil women. And they will try to say something. They will try to laugh at you. But when you just look at them like whatever, you be like, damn, that's the best you got? Why don't you try again, sweetie? Go ahead, sweetie. You try again. Come at me with something else. Like if a woman you got to get to the point a woman can look directly at you and say, hey, you're a shorty. Or you ugly. Or even you dusty, even though you might have on an Armani suit. That's how some women will do. They know you clean. They know you sharp, but they want to fuck with your head. Some women, trust me. I talk to too many women. They let me know what's up. Oh, let me go off on a tangent real quick. I ain't gonna call this individual's name, but I saw a comment where he mentioned my name. And he thought women would lie to me. Dude, and you know who you are because I know you listen. Dude, I learned early in life how to see through a woman's lies. All right? And I've actually been trained professionally how to read body language. All right? So I just want to put that out there. Right? So when women tell me something, I'm like, okay, I know if they bullshitting me or not. And a lot of times, I'm going to just say in general, a lot of times women they'll just fuck with you. Right? They'll just fuck with you just to do it. Just to have some fun. But if you just look at them like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. Because sometimes women will fuck with a man's head because they got low self-esteem. They ugly themselves. So they'll attack everybody else to keep you from attacking them. But if you got a thick skin, like this can't mess with you, boom. And the way to really have it is you got to understand they could throw anything at you, but if you got your armor on and if you know who you are, see, that's the key, to know who you are. Right? Because if you know who you are, you comfortable with who you are, nothing they can say can bother you. Because first of all, they don't know you personally. If they try to say something or talk some trash or do all this, and you'll get some woman, they'll be like, well, you this or that. I was like, well, you know my personal background? Like I remember real early, this one, I'll never forget this. And if that particular person listening, hey, dude, thank you. It was this one dude. I could call his name too, because every now and then I see his name in some live streams commenting. But this dude and 3 women went in on me. And I was just like, what the hell? All it did was just make me laugh. It probably kept me on YouTube because I like sticking shit in people's face. But they were like, oh yeah, you got all this, but you don't have any money, right? Like some women, they'll mess with a guy there. You just calmly look at them. It's like, okay, where do I bank at? You don't know how much money I got. Or if they call you ugly, it's something, right? This how you just be like, oh, okay, well, if you ain't feeling me, why you talking to me? We just stay out of each other's way. It's like, you just take it because the key to it all is know who you are and be good with it. And you know what I also say, find your tribe. If a woman say you unattractive or she don't like your body build or like how you dress, you already know that's not your tribe. Don't worry about it. Because the next woman will probably be like going crazy over the very same things that person didn't like. Don't worry about it. But see, sometimes too many men get too caught up just because one rejected. Somebody gonna, like I said, even Jeremy Meeks was called ugly by some women. Jeremy Meeks. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Don't worry about it. You gotta have a thick skin. If you want to jump out there, you gotta have a thick skin really in life. Somebody always gonna come at you. Somebody is always gonna come at you. I don't care who you are. Especially if you become successful in life. Somebody gonna look for something on you. You know? Shit, because trust me, I'm gonna tell you what, just growing up, oh, they used to tear into me when I was little. I used to make, please. Rom got some stories about that. They used to tear into Rom, but Rom's still here. So once you get that thick skin, shoot, that's a power. That's a power. And you know what? That's even bigger than just getting women. That's just in life. In life. So you have to have a thick skin. Keep that in mind, y'all. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace.